not need to max out every time you go lift. Now, where maxing out is great and it's a whole lot of fun, ultimately this is gonna pull back from your reserves and it's gonna take a lot longer to recover from. What I recommend you do instead is when you approach your workouts, try to follow the 90% rule, meaning whatever energy you have for that given day, go at about 90% capacity. The reason why this is going to help you long term is because it's going to make sure that your movement quality is on point, and it's going to allow you to focus a little bit more on the technique and the details of the movement without being so anxious about whether or not you're going to lift or fail the weight that you're about to attempt. Using myself as an example, when I first started lifting, I used to follow the Jim Wendler's 5-3-1. And if you know anything about the 5-3-1, the 5-3-1 will start you off at the beginning of the block at about 90% of your 1 rep max. And then as you go through several blocks of this methodology, you will then get closer to your actual 1 rep max and then eventually surpass this. Where this method did serve me very well for the first 3 cycles that I ran it, I quickly ran into detrimental effects at the latter end of running it probably 5 or 6 times. As a result of this, all I did was I simply took a step back and I applied the 90% rule to my training, no matter what block I was following on whatever the day it was. And once I started doing this, I started noticing less gym anxiety, I started noticing better progress with my lifts, and I started noticing better development overall, and that was just because I took my ego out of it. So make sure, follow the 90% principle, and I guarantee you'll see that much better results long term.